there's a song that's gotta be unsung. Way out here, there's a wrong that's gotta be undone. Spend my time getting wicked till I choke. Gotta spend my youth on something before I go broke. There's a heart that's hard as rock. Way out here, there's a kid that just needs to talk. Spend my time getting wicked till I choke. Gotta spend my youth on something before I go broke. In a wicked generation, gotta save me from myself. In a wicked generation, can I save me from myself? In a wicked generation, gotta save me from myself. In a wicked generation, in a wicked generation, in a wicked generation, in a wicked generation, in a wicked generation. Come and see me, can't you see me? It's so easy to believe in you. I believed in you. Your intention, my addiction. You'll be safe in here. I was saved in
Why, Bill? Why?
Cat hype.
Time to tweet.
Kitty.
Dun dun dun.
System. Everybody.
Welcome back, guys
What up?
and gals. Everybody watching at home. Just coming off the break, we have covered the topics of internet protections, how to protect yourself as a streamer, just in general, how to protect yourself on the internet. We have talked about video downgrades of gaming. We will get into virtual reality, and we will talk about E3. If you just now joining us, thank you. If you would like to check out the first section of the show, VODs will be available on YouTube later tonight, early tomorrow, however you want to look at it, as well as all of the other episodes that we have done thus far. Again, thanks to Leader Dog for allowing us to use their music on stream.
Leader Dog.
And thanks to all the panel members being here. Over the course of the break, IcyRayne grew a beard.
I have the manliest beard here now.
So she fits.
Oh my! You're a dwarf.
The tiny beard.
Yeah, there's no masculinity on me.
Icy beard. Good one, Jake.
Icy
beard.
The cold.
Well, I was expecting you to go against Craig's mustache.
Mustachio.
God, I love that Craigatron.
No, I don't think anybody can go against Craig's mustache.
No, not with that Elmer's glue in.
That's like a new.
I don't think that's possible. I mean, you could try, but I don't think.
Take you years.
You can't beat that guy's stash.
I don't even know if it's a contest at this point. He just wins.
You've craft. What's up, my dude?
He just wins. With the Oculus on its way, Project Morpheus being the PS4 VR headset. And supposedly, it's not been confirmed, but supposedly Xbox is working on one for the Xbox One as well.
Well, obviously they have to.
I'm sure they are to keep it. It has, it's one of those things that's we can neither confirm nor deny that we're doing this thing. So here's what we're going to get into. The virtual reality, the concept of VR has been around for a long time, but now with technology we have today, it could really change the scope of things. But in the long run, is virtual reality just going to be sort of this side thing that's there? Is it really going to take over the whole mouse and keyboard in hand or controller in hand video game experience? So we're going to get into talking about this. Icy Beard, you want to get into this one first?
Icy beard.
About the whole
Icy beard hype?
virtual reality and stuff. Well,
Yes.
I feel like there is a market for it, but I feel like it's not going to become like the end all because honestly, some people it just can't handle it. Like I get headaches if I do. It is hard to talk in a beard. How do you guys do this?
Ours isn't that big.
True. Haha. That's what she said.
We don't look like Gandalf.
Somebody said. Someone said that. Anyway, but like I don't know. It gives me a headache if I'm like in 3D like movies and stuff. So I feel like not everybody's gonna want virtual reality as their only option anyway. And so I don't know. There's a spot for it, but it's not like going to be the end all.
Okay. So what kind of games do you think could take advantage of VR?
Minecraft.
You think? Ooh,
Really?
yeah. But you know what? That would be a great one.
Mhm.
It would.
It's so simple, but it's super fun.
As
Cause
long
you'll be
as
like
you're
chasing
not-
down your friends with your axe and stuff.
I mean, as long as you're not punching walls in your house, you know.
I'll
I
be
mean,
petting trees, as
Yeah,
always.
exactly.
And cows. And cows.
If there was some way to control that without physically doing it,
So on the I've seen conceptual screenshots and stuff of the Project Morpheus. They have these little controllers that are like what was that thing called? The PlayStation Move or something like this that they used to have. The controllers look like that. Like 2 controllers with like light sensors on the end of it, and they were like doing things.
The globe orb. No, it was something like that. Wand. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was called the wand.
was
Yeah.
it the wand?
I think it was
Yeah.
called that.
It also those actually used. If I can pull this camera right, they used this old camera with the PS3
Yeah,
when they had
yeah.
the PlayStation Move. But it would read the little light orbs and everything there.
Yeah.
That's when Sony. This was a few years. Was it 3 maybe? 4
Yeah, the
years
weird
ago.
little thingies.
Yeah.
Oh, how exciting that.
So
But they had like the big orbs, and they like.
yeah, that's what it was. So what other game, IcyRayne, do you want to see in VR?
Ooh, I don't want Call of Duty because I feel like that'd be a little bit too difficult. Like, it might be a little rough. But, like, I don't know. Maybe, like, a really good RPG. Like, maybe,
Yes.
like, Dragon Age or something.
A shark simulator.
Fuck that.
Well, you know what? My first experience with VR was actually I was at a toy store in the local mall here, and it was actually it was Mario Tennis
Nice.
with a VR headset. I mean, this was like in the '90s, like early '90s, the mid '90s, and it was
I
like a
remember that.
black and white. You put this heavy ass headset on, but it really was 3D in VR. I mean, you could see it. You kind of I don't. But see, the thing is, I don't remember how to control where you went. I don't think you moved your head to make you go where you needed to go. I think you did have to incorporate a controller as well.
Yeah, it was still the older VRs. There were things that you held in your hand to move and to take action, but like,
But you did wear the headset,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was 3D.
right.
You know,
And you could
but
you could look around, and the screen would somehow follow you or whatever.
yeah, but that was my one and pretty much only experience with
Virtual
VR.
Boy.
yeah. Is it Virtual Boy?
I think so.
Virtual Boy.
I used to
yes,
have it
yes.
set up in my Blockbuster years ago. I remember it sitting there. I put it on a couple times. When you put it on, it was only black and white, wasn't it?
It was
It can
black
give you a
and red.
headache.
Yeah, it was
Wild
like
though.
Black,
It was
Yeah.
black and red. The Virtual Boy.
black and
was.
red.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
it was two toned. That was
Yes. It was black and
It gave people headaches.
black and red.
Yeah.
it. Mario Tennis, yeah,
Is what it was.
right, Jake.
I only put it on once because I wanted to see what it is. After that, too many people put that thing on. I wasn't gonna do it again.
I hear that.
Germs.
And most arcades, they have the things that like you go over and then basically you're spinning around like in your tank or something. Those ones are pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think, Icy? So it's like an isolated thing that's kind of there. You don't think it's
It's not going. I don't think it's going to be like everywhere, but it's going to be there, and especially like in arcades and stuff where there's like going to be places where you can actually do the whole little virtual reality and how. But I don't know. It's not going to be like that big. I don't know. I don't feel like it is, but I don't know.
so just a peripheral? You think? You think? It's just,
Mhm.
whatever you think.
Well, yeah, I just think it's going to be there, but not everybody's going to want it. So I don't think it's going to be like this giant thing that everybody wants. Like everybody wanted a Wii.
So it's not going to take over. It's not going to take over the feel of having a controller in your hand and a
Yeah,
mouse
because
and
everybody
keyboard.
likes the controller feel. It's like you're used to it. This is what you're like your home base.
Right. Okay. Anything
Still
else?
talking?
Anything else
I'm confused.
on this subject that you would like to talk about?
It's like unless they put everybody in a small padded room, you know, that's really the only way that would work out. I mean, how are you gonna configure that with stepping and walking and things like that? Traveling a distance, is that something that you control with your eyes and say, okay, I'm going to go over there, let me click a button and I will step that way? Or am I going to be on some sort of treadmill
I've seen the treadmill ones. Those were kind of
and
weird.
walk somewhere. I mean, it's just you don't want to wreck your house. You don't want to wreck the man cave just because you're walking into walls with a big ass 3D simulator goggle thing on your face.
Yeah.
But Dorian,
Yeah.
you have something to say about that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna post this in the chat. That picture there, what you were talking about there, Bill and Icy. I haven't ever, be honest, I actually haven't ever tested out virtual reality, or really 3D monitors. The only thing that I've ever close,
Okay.
I don't own it, but it's what's called an AMD Infinity, where you have a mass amount of displays and for like a certain video game and stuff.
Mhm.
But that picture there shows the gentleman wearing a Oculus headset as well as the treadmill is standing on, and the surface is supposed to provide. It should feel, I guess, normal, or just like if you're
It
casually
mimics
walking.
any
It
any
doesn't
surface
give
that
too much
you're
of a.
walking.
Yeah. Now. Yeah. Before I say any more, any more to add there, Bill?
Well, no, just saying. You say it probably mimics any surface that you are going to be walking on, but honestly, you can't be just stranded in one small area when you're trying to do something like that. I mean, I had it perfectly in my head just like 30 seconds ago, and it's gone now. But it's just something that virtual reality is far from perfection right now, and it's going to be like that for a while.
I think that eventually there will be virtual reality like Oculus, but something better, like way down the future. But I don't think now's the time for it. I don't think people want it right now.
No.
I mean, it'd be cool and everything. Like imagine playing Outlast. Outlast.
Oh
with
wow! Oh
that.
no, screw that.
Slender.
Yeah. No.
There's so much
That would
hope in that statement.
It'll be frightening, actually frightening, running the whole
Yeah.
time. But how would you
Yeah.
actually do it? And the impacts on your eyes too. I mean,
Yeah.
some people play games like, look at us, we play games of 5-6 hours a day.
Yeah.
And if we had that a headset on,
Yeah.
what would it do to your eyes? You'd be fried.
5 or 6 hours. Part timer. No, I'm
I've done 24-hour streams. Okay.
I'm just messing. So, my take on it is, I think it's interesting to see what they do with it. I think selection of games will be very important. If it would have to be some kind of, obviously, it would have to be a first-person perspective game. Like, I don't see how you can pull off a third-person shooter wearing VR. Like, that's just dumb.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, I would be acceptable, just because I've talked about this before on this show, and again I'll repeat it for Ron Icy who joined us. But if you guys could see my DVD and Blu-ray collection, you would say, why do you own so many? So I would more be open to the idea of a VR like interactive movie type of thing versus like a real like a game.
Like a choose your own adventure.
Like, remember the Sega CD? They used to have real people in some games.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Like,
Right.
you're this character in this movie, and you get to kind of choose what happens or whatever. But as far as like I would be so down for that. But like the game side of it is, I think it's very particular, and I think the VR will be like it would have to be very certain to particular games. It couldn't be just this broad spectrum of everything,
Yeah.
because it's not going to fit. Like you're not going to play, League of Legends with Oculus Rift on. You're not going to play Smite. You're not going to play like an RTS, something like this. It would have to be very particular on the games. Like I said, in order for it to at least pull its own weight and for it to make sense of why you would have VR goggles on. Like, why would you wear VR goggles for a third-person perspective? This is just dumb, in my opinion. But I've seen like screenshots of like games that they're working on and whatever. It looks interesting. I'm kind of like Icy and Bill and pretty much everybody else so far. It's going to be just kind of a peripheral that some people have. And like, how would you stream this? Like, you have this thing on your face and you can't
You'd
see
have
the
to have
chat.
like 2 cameras, one on game, one on you. Like the whole body you though.
Yeah.
Have you seen the commercial lately where the guys like it's the pizza rolls commercial? Where the guys like they're playing a game and he's like, oh, I'm gonna get up and and I'm so hungry, and he's getting shot up, and he goes, and all of a sudden it goes to real life, and he's going towards the microwave and pulling pizza rolls out of the microwave, and all of a sudden he gets the pizza rolls, and his buddy's still got the 3D glasses on, or the Rift on, whatever. And he's got the pizza rolls, and his buddy tackles him and tackles him over the couch.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just like, I could see that happening every day.
For
with
sure.
something like that.
For sure. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how would you stream this? Like, you wouldn't be able to see the chat.
No, you couldn't. I saw somebody trying to stream the Rift once. Actually, it was kind of funny, and all you could see was him like this. Like literally, it was like.
That is a nice look. I'm gotta try that too.
Hey, it's Geordi from Star Trek.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway. But yeah, that's what the guy looked like. He couldn't look at chat. He couldn't do anything. He was just moving around. It looked like an old Incan or Aztec, whatever, pyramid he was in, or something like that, and he was just walking around it. But this was like a year ago. Honestly, I think he had the opportunity to experiment with it, and he streamed it, and he just looked terrible doing it. But
like I said, I just think it's very like particular.
Yeah, it is
on like how you could use it, and like I said, what games are developed for it will be very important.
Yeah.
And that's my take on it. For me, I'm down, dude. Like I'm down for innovative technology and stuff like this. It seems like peripherals is basically all this is really going to be. They just have their place.
Like do it to play Pac-Man, like that beer commercial.
Yes, yes.
Just running.
Yes, yes. VR.
That'd be awesome.
VR Pac-Man.
You know what I do have at my house is I have the old Nintendo trackpad. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Yes. Oh yes.
No.
I have the trackpad still.
You should sell it.
Oh, I remember now.
You should
Yeah.
sell it on eBay. It's worth money, for real. I'm not joking.
It probably is, and it works.
No, I'm not even joking. It's worth money.
I want to hold on to it for the next 50 years and then sell it for like $1 million.
Be a millionaire.
That track game, where you're running and jumping hurdles and
The
stuff.
track
like
and
this.
field, yeah, I have that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have the what was it called? So they changed it. When it came out, it was called Stadium Events, and then they changed the game. So if you have the Stadium Event version, there was
I don't have that one.
There was
Yeah.
only like 10,000 made or something like this, and it's actually worth a lot of money.
Thousands of dollars. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the one that's. I think I have it's Super Mario Brothers.
Duck Hunt.
duck hunt, and the track and field all in one.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah,
But for some reason they it was basically the same game. They just renamed it and put it back. I don't know. It's
yeah.
strange. So Dorian VR.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I haven't ever tested out VR, but a movie, like you mentioned, like having like be able to like navigate your movie library or interaction like that, would be interesting. But when I think of like virtual reality, I think of one movie that really I thought it does it really well. Would this be considered virtual reality, like Minority Report? Like you remember how you'd be able like to adjust like
Oh,
tiles and
yeah.
going all through this stuff.
I love that movie.
I think
Yeah, it
yeah,
was a good movie.
that's
I actually
interesting
enjoyed
film.
it.
I have it in my collection.
And everything, but I just remember like when they would be like going through like the preventive crime, like there'd be Tom Cruise and other people would be adjusting stuff. I think that's interesting. Seeing specific game titles, like I can see
Holograms.
like yeah, holograms and stuff. But I see that Kev mentioned like Project Cars, which is a racing simulation game that recently came out, and those folks there, I think this might be just their
thank
first
you,
game,
Tiny.
but they've been working on this game. It's been in early access for a very, very long time, and the community there seems to be always hyped. I'm actually subscribed to the Project Cars community on Steam, so I always get all the notifications and stuff. But to actually see like with driving, I think that's pretty neat. I can see. I know a lot of people play those on Twitch. It's really popular. The simulator games, not like Goat Simulator or anything. But I'm talking about, yeah, not Goat Sim, not Goat Sim,
VR
but
Goat
you know,
Farm Sim.
Euro Truck Sim, where you actually
You know,
have,
I so want to play that. Oh my god.
yeah, you have the steering
that and
wheel
the
and
farm
the gear
simulator.
shifter. That looks interesting. I know a good friend of all of us, Valley Beast. He has played some of the farm simulation.
Yes.
That would be interesting. Maybe like when it comes to like newer technologies, I feel like indie developers really just want to get into it, get soak right into the atmosphere of what it's about. Whereas these AAA or established brands, whereas Sony, again, I'm not too sure what they're going to be doing with Project Morpheus. Um, I'm guessing we'll discuss about E3 later, but I'm assuming that they'll probably have to be discussing it because they announced it. I think it was like a year ago, right? About a Project Morpheus, or it's still labeled that.
I think it was
Maybe they'll release the real full name of it too, but we'll see how it works on games because another thing from like a sales standpoint, not many accessories do so well when they just sell on their own. If you know what I mean, like if it's bundled in the box, it's gonna grow. Like for example, the Wii, right? The Wii was established for motion control, and well, we saw how well that went with the sales records and everything, and then we saw the creation of the PS4 Move, and then we saw some Kinect action. So they wanted a piece of the pie as well. But as you mentioned there, Solfus, like this newer technology, is it going to be a thing? I remember a couple years ago, there would be a lot of discussion about like, hey, 3D, it's going to be awesome. Now, I don't know if too many people still, but right now, like in terms of the hotness for displays, there's 4K now. A lot of people are discussing like 4K, everything. So I'm interested to see what that turns into because I remember people moving from 1080 or 7 or from standard def to the high def, right? That was a big jump, especially from last generation. We went from like PS2 and the original Xbox into the actual high def and stuff. But when it comes to VR, I would like to see. I don't see too many games in that's outside of like a first-person environment. Like I don't see myself running around a, let's say, a third-person action adventure like Tomb Raider or Uncharted. I don't
Uncharted.
see that. I could see a lot of these indie developers create some real unique stuff. Maybe like something funny. Remember Octodad? I could see them do something weird, like flail your hand so you can move and then simulate that or something. But I just don't see like when it comes to games. I feel like I don't know if we've hit the wall of like I know we see improvement in graphics and in sorts of gameplay and how this cover mechanic works and improving that field, but that's a that's a jump. Like what Icy said, like bread and butter with a keyboard and mouse and having your controller. That's gonna be quite the advancement there, and I'm interested to see exactly what will take place because I could see conventional stuff like having like certain phone calls or communication technologies, simulation. Like the picture there was actually linked to a NASA. That was Oculus Rift and a NASA conjunction working together. So development for sciences, but games. I would need to see it and see how it works. And I saw that Mini Kev in the chat said he's looking at getting a development kit, so that'd be cool to hear his take. But I wonder what the pricing is gonna be. Like for example, like a Project Morpheus, and what will we actually get out of it? I again, it really comes down to like how well it will turn out because I don't want something that's only going to be used for a little bit. And now the Wii was, I thought, kind of the exception in terms of how it did motion gaming, but there isn't too much motion gaming. Like the Wii U kind of got rid of motion gaming. Besides having like the gyroscope thing, you can tilt the controller and stuff, or you can still hook up the Wii controllers. But I don't know. It's something. It has a lot of time to prove itself. Both Oculus, I think Valve has taken over some developments with Oculus. I think Facebook
Valve is gonna
has
be great.
something there too. But Valve is known for great games and
Yeah.
Steam.
Yep.
So
Half-Life
I'm
3
interested to see how that
What
goes.
was that? Portal?
Half-Life
2?
3
I mean, come on.
confirmation with Oculus. You said it.
Yeah,
gonna be the
that
thing.
would sell
I mean,
it.
those
It
guys right there. I mean,
That would
doing
be-
doing VR with Portal 2.
Oh
Or
my gosh,
any
it'd be so
Portal.
trippy.
Yeah.
People would be
Oh.
puking.
Yeah,
Those, again,
barfing all day.
those games
Yeah.
there are like first person, and I could see those, like giving some like interesting gameplay mechanics. Again, I have no idea
Yeah.
like if I would feel nauseated by wearing the headset and seeing what's going on. I'm sure there's going to be like a break-in period for your eyes and your senses to adjust, but
Right.
I don't know if I want to become what Bill said, like I'm going to grab a pizza from my microwave.
Yeah.
It's like
And then all of a sudden, get ran over by a
So-
bus on the way to the microwave. You know, I mean, it's
That's
just
just Sims.
it's just-
like I
Oh,
feel like
God.
we're that's
there's
like,
got to
we're
be a
going
limit.
to the
you know?
Matrix right there with like a VR stuff. And you meant Bill mentioned like some padding against the walls. Like I bet if for streaming purposes, that would be funny. Okay. I think people would get a laugh like, wow, this guy looks or she looks so strange, flailing their arms and like stuff, and
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I think it's,
Technology that still has it's in its infancy. Again, we've seen stuff like that before. You talked about the Virtual Boy, and there's always been discussions of virtual reality, but it's remember how 3D. I remember people were ranting about 3D in the early days. Remember having those weird little cardboard flap paper
Yeah.
glasses.
red and
And
blues.
then that kind of died. Then it came back, and then I don't
The
know
red and
where
the
it's
blue.
kind of where it is. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Hey,
it's
hey, by the way, guys, I forgot to say, We got a special guest watching. It's actually my mother. Everybody say,
Aha.
"Hey,
Hi, Mom.
Phil's mom."
Hi, Phil's mom.
Bill's
Hello,
mom.
hello,
Hello.
Mama.
Be good.
Welcome on in.
She just sent me a text saying, "I see you with the dog." He is watching,
Hello, Mama.
and yeah,
Welcome in. But Dorian, I think
welcome,
Mommy.
mom, to a very interesting conversation.
you brought up an interesting point with the packaging, right? So it's going to be a standalone thing. So do you now have to buy the VR, whatever it's going to be called? Then you got to buy a game, to play with it. Is it going to like come bundled with the headset and a couple of games or whatever? Or, what's the price point? Also, if a game comes out that's marketed towards the VR, I don't have a VR, but I want to play that game. Can I still play that game? I think there's a lot of unanswered questions up that alley to see where it goes. So we'll have to see
Because
where it goes.
yeah, because last thing I'll say is like what we saw, what the Wii did. Like they came out, they went. Nintendo deviated big time, like from what they've established with the NES, the Super Nintendo, and then what was okay after the Super Nintendo was N64, right? I believe.
Yeah. Nintendo,
And then it came
Nintendo
GameCube.
64.
Like that was like traditional core gaming if you experience. And then when they took a risk, and that risk paid off. Like
Yeah.
that thing was selling like hotcakes. Everyone and their grandmothers were playing Wii Bowling, Wii Sports,
Oh,
Wii
yes.
everything,
Like,
right?
Connect
I
Bowling.
remember that. It was the hot thing now.
Yep.
I'm sure still people play it quite often, but the adoption rate for that, because it was all included into the bundle, right? It
Yeah.
was
And it was cheap,
integral
too.
with the system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
being
was like $250.
but it
and
was
PlayStation
it
3 was like
integral
600 at the
with
time.
it. So,
Yeah.
pardon me.
The PlayStation 3 was like $600 at the
Oh
time.
yeah.
And the Wii was like $250, and it was a new system. It was perfect. Just like look at the Kinect. The Kinect,
Brady Bunch.
no
Yeah.
one wants the Kinect. The Xbox even took it out of their latest packaging. There's no Kinect bundled with it anymore, so it'd be cheaper. It's like $350 now.
Yeah.
They tried pushing Kinect so you can be the controller, but didn't work out.
Oh, low short story. I know we're taking another tangent here. I'm sure you guys know. While like I've told you guys, I used to work at Best Buy, a Best Buy retail store while I was doing school, university stuff. So I was a gaming, home theater, car radio or car audio specialist, and at one point, because I was in gaming at that time, I was demonstrating the brand new Kinect demo for the Star Wars bundle. Now the Star Wars
Yes.
bundle is pretty cool for the 360. I remember make like CP3PO or R2D2 sounds and stuff, and I was actually quite excited to get this demo of the Star Wars. I'm like, all right, supposedly I have a lightsaber in my hand. I'm going to be like Jedi. Or Sith Lord. It's going to be awesome. And then the game was kind of weird. Like wouldn't work. Like I would go into these positions and make sure I'm in the right spot, and it's like, all right, you're perfect. And then it would just completely glitch out. You can see your character going nuts. But I remember when I was I was over in the warehouse part, and then someone was looking for a sales associate for gaming because they needed someone help. So I went over there, and I had to dance.
Yes.
I had to do the. I
Dorian
had
dance.
to do the force like powers, like in that Star Wars game there was like dancing, like there would be like triple, or I guess popular R&B or rap or whatever type of music it was, but it would have like a Star Wars is to it, like it would, instead of having the original lyrics, it would have like some Star Wars integral. So I had to like swing my hips and going all like this and stuff, and it was just strange, and turned out I sold them on buying it, and they loved it. They thought my demonstration was on point. The other staff members, because the other part of the store was kind of dead, they were watching me. And then after the sale is done, I wrapped it up. Like, Dora, we're gonna keep this forever. We're gonna make an archive. You did so good. Those moves were on fire. And I watched the archive. I'm like,
Yes,
this looks so bad. Oh man.
that's awesome.
Whoa. Do you still have this
Oh.
archive?
Yes, we need it.
No,
on there?
not anymore.
That-
But it looked pretty.
Could-
I don't know.
Was that another?
I used to do like at school some line dancing and stuff, but that was just it felt
Line dancing.
It felt,
Was that another Dorian grab what you have moment?
it was. Yeah, I felt a bit red in the face.
Grab a
after
chunk of
completing.
your junk.
Get
Anyways, but yeah, as Ross said, like Connect, I don't know. Okay, I remember when the Xbox One was officially announced, the hate was there because of the DRM that we were discussing. That was a huge thing. Now on PC, there's like Steam and Uplay and Origin. They have their DRM, and it's kind of a known factor. But for console gaming, like if you own the disc of the game and then you don't want it anymore, and then you sell it, before their policy was going to be that, well, that game is already used. You're going to have to buy a license for that game now, right? I remember that whole stupid thing. But then they also talked about having Kinect integrated like into the system. You're going to have to buy it. And then what we saw from that, people bought the system, but it was really quite more expensive than the PS4. So it's kind of a hit and miss. It's like, well, is Sony going to plan to bundle the VR with it? Like now, Oculus again has established itself quite a bit in terms of the indie sciences and everything, and mainstream sciences like the NASA, like that picture there. But I don't know how Sony or Microsoft is going to convey and sell this, and you can't really see it from a demo perspective. Like you can give a tech demo of a virtualization of a VR, but that's like Inception. You're going to do a VR of a VR. That's a computer demo.
Yes.
It's like
Yes,
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
that is awesome.
Oops.
That is awesome.
A demo. Yeah.
So yes.
yeah.
So in closing, like basically, we'll have to see, really, what becomes of it.
You have to be able to, like, if when Sony and Microsoft or Oculus, it needs to be able to get into more people's hands. Hopefully we'll see, like, I know Mini Kev is looking at possibly buying a development version of the Oculus, and it's come quite a ways, and it's made some revisions and everything, and it's already shown certain games are compatible. But at least on the console side, I feel like it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle, because if they don't somehow package it, or if they're going to do like, here, like, Bill, we're going to give you instructions. This is how VR works. You're
Force
going
you
to
to
watch
buy
this
it.
video, but you don't have it on your head. So think of it. Virtualize it.
I'm gonna walk through a wall. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's in its infancy
But you know what,
again.
Yeah,
and-
no matter what they put on print, they can't prepare you for what you're seeing, and it's going to be tough. They're going to tell you, hey, do not move within a radius of 4 feet, blah blah blah. But when in that
That's why you
part
have the little
right
circle.
there, right? Yeah, you got little. Wait, you
Yeah,
gotta put
see
it. You
inside
gotta.
of it.
You gotta put a damn baby gate around you.
If Ray's
If
baby
you
gate,
don't,
you won't fall into walls.
well, I mean, honestly, you're gonna see people falling, off the edge of a lakeside or something like that. It's yeah. There's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I would like? I would like instead of a headset, something that envelops you in the room, like light the game outside, like on the walls around you, and the
Yeah.
roof. I would like
Yeah.
that better, and you could have a control
Do
in your
you?
hand. I
Well,
think that
I
would be a
thought
better thing than
like
having the
projector style, like something
yeah
projected. Okay.
more advanced though, kind of like
Like
a
a
hologram.
hologram,
More
yeah.
But you
advanced,
still have a
but
controller in your hand just playing there. You know what I mean? Instead
but
of
that
having
but
something on your head,
yeah, well, projection style, they only go so far though. I mean,
yeah,
there's only so much you can do with that.
the room has to be completely dark,
Yeah.
no lights on.
I remember there was discussion that Microsoft was looking at doing that. It's called Microsoft's Room Alive. And what's supposed to do is turn your walls into a life-size interactive Xbox
I
game.
saw that.
That would be
I
cool.
haven't seen
Really?
anything since that time. I don't know if
That's
that
kind of
maybe
like
that's going to be shown at
Connect.
E3. Maybe that's another piece of hardware. Well, I'm assuming it must be another piece of hardware that projects everything to your light into your room. Like I don't know if you guys have ever played Mass Effect. That was such a good RPG. But like the
Yes.
holographic stuff was going on. Kind of reminds me
Yeah.
of Minority Report. And remember what was the tool called? The arm tool. Anyway, it had like the projector, the GUI. I
Power
can't remember.
Glove?
What
No.
Yeah, that's Nintendo Power Glove.
Yeah, that's Nintendo.
But I thought it was I don't know. Anyway, Microsoft did look at doing that. That's kind of been quiet now too. So
I'm in more of that camp than a virtual headset.
yeah, like already we're wearing these cans on our heads, right? Now we're gonna be like
Our
can
heads are
one,
getting
can
squished.
two, and
These
then
guys right here?
yeah,
Right?
we have There's oh,
You already
I'm
taught not to sit next to a TV. You already taught not to sit close to the TV. Then you gotta put it right there in front of your eyes, like a couple inches away.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see these. Somebody's gonna do an Oculus like 24-hour stream and then come out of it blind. Like,
White eyeballs.
yeah, it's gonna
completely.
be.
It's gonna be all zombie.
Something.
Hey, guys.
Something's gonna
oh
go
my
bad.
goodness, I could not imagine a 24. Like you would be like, is this real life?
Be like
This
a.
is- and then you like take it off. It's like
It'd be like a
Uh.
Sword Art Online, that anime. If anybody's ever seen it, it'd be just like that. Sword Art Online, or maybe .hack /signs the same way.
Be like plugging out of the Matrix. That's what it'd be.
Yeah.
Hey, don't plug out of that. You're done.
It's GG. All right, so so in a closed VR, we'll just have to see what happens when it comes out. Basically, very
Yeah, VR.
very
you
kind
gotta-
of fine line.
Yeah.
See what happens when it comes
Also
out.
depends on price.
That's another.
Oh, I don't know about
Pricing.
that.
That's another thing
It depends on effectiveness. Yeah.
for sure.
oh, I remember the Mass Effect. It's called Omni Tool. That's what it's called.
Omni tool.
Yeah, the Omni Tool.
That's what they called her.
Yes, sir.
What are we talking about again?
You die in the game, you die in real life. Oh my
They
god.
called her an Omni tool. Anyway, all right. So, moving on.
So we are going to go to E3, and this is just going to be, nothing.
Generalized, yeah.
It's going to be generalized. It's going to be nothing like really researched. It's nothing hard evidence. This is just things that this panel would like to see coming out of E3. And I'm going to start. I did do a little looking around. And it's been announced that Bethesda has required their own kind of stage thing. So having this tells me that they're going to announce at least several things. Maybe not several, but more than just one game. Most of the time, it's not really required to have at E3 you don't get a stage by yourself unless you're like Microsoft or something like this, or you request it. You know, you don't get a full stage just to announce like one game and then you bounce. It don't work like that. So hopefully, for me, I'll just talk about Bethesda because I like this company. But I'm hoping to see Fallout 4.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to
Someday.
I'm hoping to see at least an announcement of some sort of the next Elder Scrolls.
Okay. Yeah. I could. Yeah.
And it could be, it could be a game that's far out. They just started developing or whatever. At least an announcement, like, hey, this will be a thing. At least some kind of trailer, whatever. And past that, it's really, I've been doing a lot of, I actually have been doing a lot of reading about E3 and the theories and things about what they could do. But it's kind of up in the air. Fallout 4 is expected to be announced. Don't quote me if it doesn't happen. But it's all speculation.
Blame Tess.
They take turns on
Blame test that bitch all day long.
They pull out Elder Scrolls, then the next time it's going to be a Fallout, then it's Elder Scrolls.
pull out what?
They take turn?
Yeah, but I'm just
Tiny.
but for them to request their own stage though, and stage time, they have it's not like a small little thing off to the side. It's very curious to see what they're going to pull out. But yeah, and I'll just leave it at Bethesda because I'm sure there's other things that other people can talk about. But that is what I am hoping to see. There's some more things in there, but
I am blurry.
there's some more things in there that I like to see. But I'll leave it open to everybody else, and if nobody else says it, then I'll come back around. Raw power. What would you like? What would you like to
Persona 5.
see? Ooh.
That is my most anticipated game of the year, Persona 5. There's only a couple games I've ever cried to, and that was 3 and 4. Persona 3 and Persona 4. Yeah, I hope they announce something. Although, I kind of expect them to say something for TGS, Tokyo Game Show. It's supposed to come out this year, but we'll see. What else? Resident Evil 7. I hope Resident Evil 7 announcement. Not like, I hope it's not like Resident Evil 5 or 6, because those deviated from Resident Evil to me. I hope it's like the older Resident Evils. Like my favorite is Resident Evil 2. That's my favorite one.
They did kind of go off of the
yeah, with the co-op stuff.
the rails with that.
They made it more action instead of horror.
Yeah.
It wasn't nearly as good. They lost their way. But I hope it's something like a reboot, something like that. It could be Resident Evil Outbreak 3. That would be awesome too. If they wanted to do some kind of multiplayer component, Resident Evil Outbreak 1 and 2 were pretty good games. I played those games for about a year. Yeah, it was really fun. I used to play that a lot. And back in the day, they didn't allow you to use headsets. You could only use your arrow pad for like, come on this way, come over this way, go over here. So it was kind of tough to have people follow you, and there was no way to actually communicate. They said it was because they didn't want people spoiling the game, but that was just an excuse. It was on the PS2. Another game, Mass Effect 4. I think that'll be a good game. I want them to announce that. I think they are going to announce that at EA's conference, right? Something.
Yeah,
something like
there's
that.
been some rumors floating around.
The rumor mills.
Yep.
There's so many games, so many games. Yeah, Dead Space 4? Not really, system. I think Dead Space died after 3. The first one was a horror game. The second one was like a mixture. The third one was pure action.
They could do a prequel.
They could do a prequel. Yeah, I think they need to move away from Isaac, the main character in Dead Space, because Isaac just isn't interesting. He's not interesting. Once he got a voice in the first Dead Space, he was a mute. He didn't talk. He didn't say one word. After he got a voice, it was like, shut up.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to hear you. It's not. You're not scary. You're not a good actor. Ugh, it's enough. Go away. But those are the games that I'm looking forward to. Can't think of anything. Oh, there's one game that I really like. This is the ultimate game, Xenosaga 4.
Ooh.
Xenosaga 4, I don't think will ever be announced. Ever. Cosmos is floating out in space forever, and I'm gonna cry my eyes out again.
Mm.
That shows what a nerd I am. That is the game.
Anything else?
That's it for me
You think
that I
that-
can think of.
Any hopefuls?
Oh,
That-
they announced Until Dawn is coming out August 25th. They announced it today. August 25th.
Which one is that?
That's the horror game. It's kind of like Heavy Rain. And,
Oh, is that the one you're like being chased by the
yeah,
killer or whatever?
the serial killer guy.
I saw this trailer where like gameplay of it. And it looked really cool, man. It looked really cool.
Yeah, it's like any character can die.
Yeah.
There's like a total of like 6 characters, I think. And any one of them could die. It changes the outcome of the
Yeah.
game.
Depending on what you do, who lives,
Yep.
who dies, something like this. I thought it was interesting. It did remind me of Heavy Rain, like the kind of the way it was being played.
Yeah.
Icy.
Ooh. Oh, video games. Well, one thing I want that's probably never going to happen. I want a mass multiplayer online role-playing game of Pokemon.
Pokemon.
It would be so much fun.
MMO
Oh my
Pokemon.
I could
Yeah,
see it made by Nintendo. Maybe.
it'd be so much fun. That's probably never gonna happen, but I would love it. And I would have like, and then like you have your little Pokemon actually following behind you as you walk around and stuff, and they'd be so cute.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, and then like instead of random trainers, they'd all be people.
Yeah, it's true. That'd be interesting.
It'd be so good. Other than that, I'm looking forward to like the Division. I'm looking forward to like. I know I just had a Bioshock, but I already want another because reasons. And let's see here. For some reason, I feel like Fallout's not going to come out anytime soon. I don't know.
Boo! Don't say that.
I just feel like it's not going to happen.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Okay. Let's see here. Other things that I'm looking forward to from E3. I don't know.
Or just anything you would like to see. Like maybe it's not a real thing, but you just like your Pokemon game.
Yeah, I would say I want like a Pokemon like where you're the bad guy and you take over the world type of thing too, where like you raise an army of Pokemon.
Team Rocket.
I want to be Team Rocket. Yeah, reasons and stuff, but I don't know. Like the things I want, I just never remember that I want them until I'm like, oh, I want that, and then you're like, oh wait, because I play a little bit of everything, and so there's not very many games that I don't play except for like turn-based games because I don't have the patience for those at all. They're kind of boring. No offense, Rob.
Oh, no, they're not. They're not boring.
They are. Oh goodness! Riot! Somebody flip tables.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'll flip my own.
She likes what she likes.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing. That's it. That's all you got. I see you've been relatively quiet tonight. I'm surprised.
How about
I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking about.
All the things.
I talk about all the things. I'm
Hashtag all the things.
just talking to chat, like, and just like here, I'm just like.
that's all we need?
And I'm not good about paying attention, so I'm just all like, I'm trying to focus and like listen to other people and not interrupting stuff because I'm really bad about interrupting and I'm trying not to do that. And I'm just like, and then I forget what I was about to say anyway. So I was like, nah, it's okay.
Hashtag focus.
Hashtag focus face.
Bill,
Yeah.
what do you think, man? Anything that you would like to see come out of E3? Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be confirmed or
Honestly,
anything like this.
what's that game I keep talking about again? Oh my gosh.
Kingdom Hearts.
My Little Pony.
No, you know which one I'm talking about, though. It's,
Yeah, blurry
ooh, fudge. We talk about the psychological thriller.
Until
Until
Dawn.
Dawn.
No,
Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
no. We
Not
were
that.
Raw. You brought it up earlier. I was talking about it where you create a rift, and you can go back for 30
Yeah,
seconds and change
Quantum
the
Break. Quantum Break.
quantum break.
Oh, that was
Quantum break. I
Oh
want to see.
yes.
I want to see that game happen. That game was supposed to come out at the beginning of the Xbox One. But they've been pushing it back. What I mean, it's been what 2 years now.
Yeah, they were
One.
supposed to come out this year too, and then they pushed it back again.
They keep pushing it back, but you know what? I think they're pushing it back for good reason, and I think it's going to be an awesome game. Honestly, I haven't heard so much about it as of late, but I mean, even from the very beginning of that game, even just the trailer for it when the Xbox One came out, it looked fantastic. But honestly, they're doing it like XCOM. XCOM kept pushing their date back further and further and further. What was it? Jeez, XCOM. What was the name of the game? XCOM.
I don't remember the name.
You know what I'm talking about. I mean,
Mhm.
it was the alien entity. It
Yeah,
came
I think Adam by
Oh!
default was playing that.
Yeah!
XCOM.
I gotta be one of his soldiers, and then like you put these little soldiers, and then you have to do fight, and it's turn based, so I don't actually would like to
Yeah,
play
well,
that. But yeah.
it wasn't really turn based.
Like, I hate
No.
it.
Yes, it
But I
was.
love
You had to
it.
like
You
move your
damn
people, and
hate
then
it
the
turn
enemy
based.
got a turn, and then you had to wait around, see if you
Oh,
got
It
a
was
turn,
like-
and then
no, it's not like Final Fantasy where
No.
you're like, all right, strike him once, all right, wait for the response. Hit him again. Okay,
It's
wait for a
has
response.
anyone played
Super
like
effective.
Valkyria
No.
Chronicles?
acceptable.
They had shotguns. They got 12
So it was
gauges and they're shooting the enemy. It's just
it was like Valkyria Chronicles. It was on the PS3. It's just like that. If anybody ever played it, it's like you move a
But-
character and then yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like almost like Final Fantasy Tactics in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This. So, any other game, Bill?
You know what?
He wants a your mom.
I really want to see what the next Call of Duty looks like.
I'm sure that'll be announced.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, since they introduced the exosuit, you can't take it away now.
I wish you did.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't. You can't go from using the exosuit and being able to jump around everywhere all of a sudden to just classic play and walking around. You really can't. I mean, because you're taking it from a superior advantage, on both sides, being able to jump up and getting a nice vantage point, to just walking and running. Honestly,
Yeah, well,
you really can't do that.
But
So,
something I used to play like Call of Duty with my friends all the time. Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 2, not Advanced Warfare, Ghosts. We used to play all the time. I used to buy all those games, and then Advanced Warfare came out. All my friends stopped. That was it. And they don't play it anymore, and it's like
It hurts your fingers because you have to click on the button to go.
yeah,
You know what? Yeah, in my favorite, Modern Warfare 2. I'll tell you what.
Rust, knives
Lord.
only.
Oh, really? I play Rust with a Barrett 50 cal.
No, knives only. That's where
Oh,
if you had a problem
no,
with your
no,
friend, you went
very
there and you got shit
difficult.
done.
Quick scope. Ice JJ, if he's in here, he knows what I'm talking about. He gets mad at me every time because I beat it. Yeah, we won't talk about that. But yeah. Honestly, Modern Warfare 2, I mean, I'd love to play that over and over and over. But, I mean, once you introduce the exosuit, it's kind of, you can't go back. You can't go back to classic play. I mean, for me, you really can't. I mean, not unless you just force it upon people, honestly. But I mean, which that's the only way to do it. But that's going to turn a lot of people away from the game.
They might do like a perk system for it.
Right?
For like you can have it,
Yeah.
but you'll not have as many other stuff.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, true. Yeah, actually, it's a good
Yeah.
idea.
So those who want it can still have it.
True story.
Yeah.
Yay!
True story.
It
Tell
depends.
Reader's
It
Digest.
depends. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Because all the exosuit and all that stuff came out of the storyline, the single player.
Well, yeah,
It was out of
yeah.
that company, whatever it was called, I can't remember. But
Yeah, no, it was Atlas.
yeah.
And the thing is, it's like
Atlas.
when people play the game, they're like, I don't get it. Da, 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 da. I'm like, play the story
Right,
and see why it came to be what it is.
exactly.
Right?
And a lot of people are like, I don't get it. I can't stand it. You know, because you go straight to multiplayer.
Yep.
Play the story, see how it became what it is.
Hmm.
And you know, I mean, a lot of people just don't get that. But I mean, as I say, the campaign is the greatest, especially with the Call of Duty, all the Call of Duty games. Play the campaign. Play the campaign.
I always
You-
play the campaign.
Yes, exactly.
Boring.
Get
no.
get the bag. You will find
Kevin
out
Spacey.
you'll find out everything you need to know by playing the campaign.
For
Yeah.
sure.
You know,
Just watch
Ross
it.
still wants his Kevin Spacey autograph.
Remember that, Derek?
campaign.
I tried to save him. I redid it. I didn't want to let go of him. I had to do it. We were
That's
just holding
like
on to
me
each other for like a good 2 minutes, looking into
Yeah.
each other's eyes before I dropped him.
That's like me and trying to get Joffrey not get stabbed in the damn neck. Or no,
That
No,
was
no.
Joffrey.
Joffrey. No, okay, Joffrey got poisoned. Shh, never mind. Anyway,
You ruined it
Spoilers.
for everybody.
You know
damn it,
what?
I'm sorry.
Mute
Okay,
the
they all
stream,
died.
guys. Hurry.
When
I'll
if
see
you're
you later.
watching Game of Thrones, they'll die. Everyone dies.
Anyway,
No need to play it anymore. Bill just told everybody.
all right.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
don't-
The first episode.
What about you, Solvis? How are you on the situation there?
How am I on the situation? You're gonna throw it back to me. You talking about the how am I on the Call of Duty situation or what?
Either. I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever games. I mean, we're talking about
So,
in general. I mean,
I'll touch
I
on the
don't-
Call of Duty, and somebody said it in the chat. I forgot who it was, but Call of Duty is blanketed by different developers, and they, take turns releasing it every year. So whoever comes out with it this time could throw a different spin on it. I'm ready. Like, okay, so the latest one that kind of came out was kind of futuristic with the exosuit and whatever. What can I get a Call of Duty that's like straight up sci-fi, freaking laser beams and shit?
Laser beams.
Can I
Well,
get-
there's lasers in Advanced Warfare.
sharks with freaking laser beams.
I mean like you know what I'm saying, like Star Wars
Yeah.
blasters and things like this, Fallout energy weapons. I don't know. I might be going too far off of the scope of what Call of Duty is, but I would play something like this. Randomly, talking about first-person shooters, so apparently there is a rumor that Titanfall 2 is going to be released.
What?
Does anybody?
Next year.
I have heard about that.
I'm gonna get real close.
Yeah.
Does anybody want this?
Do it. Do it. Just go ahead. Do it.
I mean,
Not really.
Is that?
That's-
I mean, that's pretty much Call of. I mean, never mind.
I know it's like Titanfall was this thing that came out and then fell flat on its face, and then like we'll do
But
this.
you know what? But a big brand name like Call of Duty does the damn same thing, and all of a sudden they're freaking rich as hell. It's.
Yep.
I have the fan base.
Yeah.
I know.
It's just
true story.
Yeah.
It's it's we
Let
talk
the underdog get a
we have
something.
talked about this before, and people
Yes, we
trying
have.
to be like innovative and do something different, and then the who was it? I think Panic said
Yep.
that everybody always wants something different, and then when we get something different, they're like, we want the whole thing. Um,
Yep.
Dorian, what do you think about this E3, man? Anything you want to see?
I you know there is one game kind of under the radar. Solfus, this is going to relate to you really well in Raw. I think Icy as well. I really enjoyed the Uncharted games, folks at Naughty Dog. Of course, there's Uncharted 4. I could probably elaborate but a little later. But Raw, you remember Amy Henning, the
Yeah,
director? Like, she
the
was really a part of the
story
story of the
writer.
Uncharted games.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's no longer with Naughty Dog, and she's actually a part of Visceral Games, part of the EA branch, which is supposed to be a Star Wars
Star
game.
Wars.
I'm curious as to see what Star Wars game that Visceral might be making. Now we know what Battlefront's coming along, and we only saw like that in-game or graphic engine wasn't actually the real
Yeah.
like gameplay. It was just a game engine stuff. So that's another vertical slice. That's misleading. So we'll see. But I really enjoyed playing the Uncharted games, the story and the action adventure and stuff. But I'm curious as to see what Amy Henning's going to be doing at Visceral Games, working on a Star Wars related project. If you guys don't know, EA is the only publisher, game developer that's being permitted by, I guess, Disney
Yeah, it's
to
Disney
create
now.
Star Wars games, officially licensed. So I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do, because I remember, was it maybe 2 years ago, before LucasArts was shut down. There's a game called Star Wars 1313, and
Yes.
that
It looked
game
cool.
Yes.
right?
looked very neat. I think it had something about bounty hunter
Yep.
stuff. I don't know what time period it was, but
It was
After 3 and before
It-
4, right?
it was based on it was based on Django Fett. I believe.
Oh,
Django,
okay.
Django
I
Fett.
believe, if I'm not mistaken,
Django?
it was either Boba or
This is
Django.
I think it was
Django.
Boba.
Actually, it was. You're
I
right.
think it was
I'm
Boba.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm on the
Boba
on
Fett.
the wrong track. It was Boba Fett, like in his earlier, like I guess adolescent stage, kind of young, getting his name for himself, like this.
Yep.
I remember watching the footage of the game and what LucasArts was doing, because I actually really enjoyed LucasArts before it was closed down. A lot of memorable titles there, but I'm curious as to see if there's gonna be any hint what happened. Give us a waft or something. Come on, give us a waft of something of that. I really enjoy what Amy Henning did for the Uncharted series. That leads to, of course, Uncharted. That game was delayed and pushed back. As we see, there's been many games that have been pushed back, but there's been some benefits to them. Like as we saw GTA, the continuous amount of delays for PC, but the folks, I'm forgetting his name now. The kind of story writer that did The Last of Us. He's kind of heading
Something with a D,
the
right?
actual
Drunkard?
Neil
Drunk-
Druckmann. That's what it
Druckmann.
is.
Yeah.
He's going to be spearheading the development and I guess story stuff, what's going on with Uncharted 4. I've only seen a little bit of gameplay footage. It looks going to be fun. Another really interesting game. I really enjoy those story, action, adventure, a little over the top story sequences. I remember, last thing I'll say, a little bit Uncharted. I remember at the very beginning when Uncharted was ever discussed upon, they made it clear, like, you're just some normal dude. Well, yeah, you're normal, like, super strong that's able to traverse, like, rock climbing, like, if it's a piece of cake, and swing your body and go through, like, train wrecks and stuff. So I thought that was kind of funny what they said that. But I'm interested to see that. This is going to sound a bit weird. Minecraft story.
Telltale.
Beginning of Yeah,
Telltale, yes.
Minecraft story, the beginning of petting trees. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah,
One
the
of
tree
it's gonna-
better.
Yes.
Yeah, Tree Better episode 1. I don't
By Telltale.
I don't know. Okay, again, I've only played Minecraft probably 4 times, and 3 of those times I was playing with iGames, and the Misfits, in iGames world. So I'm curious to see what's gonna happen right there. Just Telltale has produced really, like, as of late, like, episodic games have been solid. Like Wolf Among Us is my favorite Telltale series they've made. Then there'd be Walking Dead season 1 and season 2. Then probably Back to the Future. Remember the times when Raw did Jurassic Park? They're good times.
Don't bring up Jurassic Park. That game was so good.
Yeah.
That game was.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what takes place. And Solfus, you said about Bethesda having their own like stage auditorium thing.
Yep.
That's very interesting because you normally hear you have your Sony conference, Xbox. Actually, Nintendo's going to be attending this year, so that's cool. But usually, the last couple, maybe year or two, they just skipped out and had their own Nintendo Direct.
Microsoft, PS4, EA,
Ubisoft.
Square Enix.
Square Enix, and Bethesda.
Oh,
Ooh,
Square.
Bethesda.
Oh, I could just go on a rip on Square Enix. Oh man, you remember when they? I don't know. This is kind of off topic, but when Square Enix debuted the Final Fantasy VII trailer, everyone was like, "Yes, we are going to bring an HD remake of the game." And before that, talking about HD remasters and remakes, I'm like, "Are we actually going to get one?" Everyone in the crowd's like, "Yes." And then they find out it's just a port of the PC version, which is an old version of the game.
Yep.
And everyone's just kind of sad. So,
Yep. It hit everybody in the feels right there. It was bad. Yeah. You know what? I'm
Deborah.
a
And
hit.
Raw. Hey, I've never played Final Fantasy VII.
That's
Well,
what
I
I
have.
said,
but
except
yeah.
Raw.
I'm gonna hit everybody with a bomb because I've been reading a lot about rumor mills and stuff. But yeah, Watch Dogs 2.
Oh God, really?
ooh,
No,
Dog
let it
watch.
die. Let it
I've never played
die.
that either.
Good thing about that game
Ah.
is driving around a taco truck.
And it's supposedly quoted that Watch Dogs 2 will be what Watch Dogs 1 was supposed to be.
No, see,
So
now-
that's a thing.
yeah.
Again, everybody, it's just
it
rumors.
might as well be Sleeping Dogs.
It's rumors.
Okay.
Sleeping
you hit
Dogs.
the nail on the head there, Bill. Actually, that is a game I really enjoyed. It was Sleeping Dogs. You play as Wei Shen. I know they brought a remastered of the game. That was for PS4, XP1, and PC. But I actually enjoyed playing as Wei Shen because if you guys don't know the story about Sleeping Dogs, you play as in the first game, you play as an undercover cop who was being in North America, United States for a long time. He comes back home, plays as an undercover cop, trying to figure out what's going on with the triads. Like there's 2 like main families, and he befriended the family he's a part of, trying to get influence and power and find out what's going on. And at the end of the game, they kind of leave it on like a note of, are you still a cop or are you part of the triad group?
Yeah.
So that is something I would love to see. I actually streamed Watch Dogs, Sleeping Dogs. Like a few, like, I don't remember, but it was like my early beginnings of streaming. I really enjoyed that game. It was a lot of fun.
I thought the
so
game was
I'm
better
hoping-
than GTA.
It was a very good game. I still think GTA overall content and stuff is
Far superior, yeah.
better, but I really did enjoy the story. And the combat was good too. So I would like to see Sleeping Dogs, or at least their code name was Triad Wars, That's what it was called.
Triad.
Yeah.
Excited for that.
Ooh.
And then
What?
I don't know you guys. I know my brother, but because I used to play all the time. But I know there's. Do you think Rock Band's ever gonna come back, like to its
Yes.
glory to what it was,
They're-
or Guitar Hero?
They're
Yeah.
making a new rock band.
Yeah, they are.
They are?
So I'm
Rock-
just wondering,
Rock
Band.
will it
Rock band
will
live.
it come?
They're gonna modernize it, in some way or another. I don't know how. Maybe some people are just gonna have, hold their big ass smartphone and stroke, chords and keys that way instead of holding a big ass simulation guitar. But
There's- Rock
It's
Band
a
li-
party game.
Rock Band, not Rock Band, but Guitar Hero Live has it's only 3 buttons on the fret screen, so kind of interesting to see.
But yeah, I mean, are
And then-
people really going to buy the external guitar?
Guitar again?
Again?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, most of the
I could buy
time
a lot of those.
it's bundled with it. It comes all together.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Another thing you said, Dorian, with Nintendo being there, it's highly speculated that they will announce their new console, the project, whatever it's called, and it's speculated to be a new handheld. But we'll see what they have to announce.
Yeah, no, as we've only had the Wii U since January. If they brought out a new console, I would be, a little sad. Now,
I think it'll be a
on the
handheld.
To give
The
you up on
only
the
other-
Wii U already?
yeah, no, like the only other, I'll get to Nintendo in a moment, but the only other game that I can really think of, that I would like to play that I enjoyed would be a sequel. Would be Mirror's Edge 2.
Oh yeah.
That's I enjoyed the parkour. The first person seemed to work. I'm sure they can improve the controls and stuff, but I enjoyed it. You played as Faith, the free runner. So I'm interested in what's going to happen there. And then on Nintendo side, praise the sun, bring us some Zelda hype,
Zelda.
please. They showed like a 30-second snippet of last year. I'm wondering what's going to happen. I love me some Legend of Zelda. Maybe we'll actually get a name of the game, like a subtitle to it. Like, is it going to be Legend of Zelda something something? I just right now it's just Legend of Zelda Wii U. So hoping that.
Yeah.
And then I used to like Star Fox. Dual barrel roll, and
Yeah.
on the
Star Fox
N64.
64
I
was
didn't play
great.
it on the Super Nintendo, but I played the original Star Fox 64, which I enjoyed. And then on the GameCube, there was some weird Star Fox game, third
On
person.
land,
You run
right?
around, you had like a
Yeah,
pole or a
with the
staff or
stick.
something.
Yeah, that was.
It was-
Yeah, that was
one
terrible. I never
strange.
finished that game.
Very strange. So hopefully we'll see some Star Fox action. But Zelda is, I'm sure, the most anticipated title from Nintendo. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of handheld news, but I don't play handhelds at all. Even if I'm out, I might just play some. It's just like a silly game like Jenga for my phone, and that's pretty much it. I don't handheld game myself, so
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to Tomb Raider. Rise of the
Ooh.
Yes,
something or other.
Tomb
Next Tomb
Raider.
Raider game. I don't have Xbox yet, but if Tomb Raider is going to be exclusive to Xbox, then I will have to buy it. At least just to play that game. Tomb
It'll
Raider
be
is one of my
time.
favorite
You can
games.
get it later.
But yeah, it'll be on PC though.
Get a PC.
Well, I am trying for that, But we'll see. The Xbox also has Halo, but I'm not. After Halo 4, the storyline isn't interesting. I mean, the whole Cortana dying aspect is like, they're gonna bring her back.
Spoilers! I didn't know
know-
that.
Did you not know
There's-
that?
It was.
I've only played like the first two.
Well, come on.
Yeah, I've
it
only-
was the main storyline of 4. It was right there. That's what they talked about at the beginning, okay?
It's-
That her matrix is getting corrupt. She can only last a few years. That was the whole storyline. But it's
Just
obviously
ruined it.
I know I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry. But now with Nintendo, yeah, I think Nintendo's Zelda. This is the only game that I really look forward to on the Wii U. Well, maybe Xeno. What was a new RPG? Xenoblade? It's a new RPG coming out. I think it comes out in the end of June or July. But yeah, those two games.
The only other maybe I remember last year at Sony conference there was a game called No Man's Sky.
Oh,
Where,
yeah.
like you have this
That's
floating
right, yeah.
ship and planets and stuff. That's interesting. That's gonna be on PC and PS4. Maybe we'll see a release date or some update onto the game. I know that was quite the hype last year. And maybe now I know Rockstar's just finished doing GTA, but I would love to see a sequel to like a Red Dead. Like those series, like Red Dead. I didn't play Red Dead Revolver. That was on PS2, but I really enjoyed Red Dead Redemption. Playing
Yeah.
as John Marston,
Spec-
Wild West, so good. Like
The
that.
Undead.
That game, I personally enjoy that game more than GTA 5. Now, the online, I didn't really do much, but the story, the environment was so engrossing. It felt like you were a part of it, and the silly stuff, like the stuff that they do in that game. Like I remember Irish, the funny little guy, and I remember the snake oil salesman, and it was so good. So
yeah,
good.
there's speculation on Rockstar doing either announcing Red Dead 2 or Bully 2.
Bully.
I
Oh.
would see a Bully 2 more likely.
I
to be honest.
actually, that'd be cool. Here's a little short story. When I was in grade, how old was I when Bully 1 came out? I was in high school. I think I was in grade 10. So like 16. And I remember playing that game. Like I got the Bully Scholarship Edition, which actually came with a dodgeball, a little inflatable
Nice.
dodgeball. So, I don't know if I still have it, but I remember just bringing it to gym class, and everyone's like, "Wow, this is a real cool dodgeball. This is yours, Jerome?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got it from a video game." And well, it was a lot smaller than the one that was supplied at school, but I remember I would use it, and it was fun, and got a few people with it. So, but I remember playing Bully. You play as Jimmy Hopkins, I believe, and you run around and do little errands in the school, and you fight people and see these other gangs and stuff in the game. And those were some funny high school memories of like the time when I was in high school and playing that game. It was quite interesting. So yeah, that'd be cool. I would it'd be cool to see what happens to Jimmy Hopkins, or is it gonna be a new story? Interesting. To see.
Or what about additions to GTA as it stands? You think they could announce something like this? We got the heists. Is there anything else they could add to it?
Story
Mhm.
DLC, like Rockstar made on GTA 4. They had the Ballad of Gay Tony
Yeah, that's
and the Lost DLC. I expect to see some more story, maybe some background story to Franklin and Michael, and it's everyone loves Trevor. Trevor is just hilarious. He is.
Hey,
But my favorite character is Michael.
Yeah,
I feel like
Michael-
the story of GTA, the main story, it all revolves around him. And
Michael's
everyone
my
else is a part
identical
of it.
twin. I mean, he's my, we're blood brothers.
I know.
True story.
It's
Yeah, true.
Or-
You tell
yeah,
readers-
or maybe we can see some like DLC story of his son,
Oh,
Michael's
that
son.
I
dude
hated
bag.
his son.
Can't stand that.
Maybe you
dude
can see
bag.
him.
He was so
Remember, there's one cutscene
what's
when
his
you.
name?
I don't want to
Jimmy?
spoil, but he dresses
No.
up like Call
Gimli?
of Duty. He has like the night vision goggles and stuff
Oh,
on. Maybe
Oh
we
my
could see some of
God.
that action.
Such
But
a
no, I'm just
freaking
kidding.
nerd.
It'd be cool. Rockstar would be interesting. I'm sure we're gonna see more like guns or little masks and like aesthetic stuff and cars that you can buy online. But um, that game just needs to, at least on PS4, they need to fix those invites. Still waiting. But
For real.
Still waiting.
Don't
yeah.
hold your breath, Dorian. Don't hold your breath.
Not so much. Yes. Yeah. Hold your breath on that one for sure. So, I mean, we have really covered the list of topics.
I gasp.
Tiny.
What happened to Tiny? Where'd you go?
I don't know.
Who's this
I'm
dude?
undercover. This is part of internet safety, guys.
Oh.
You know what's I
Dorian.
remember one of my moderators were talking about. They actually sent me a Twitter message. I won't say who, but they sent me like a link, and I trust them. I looked at it, and it's like this thing. Is it from Microsoft that's supposed to detect how old you are?
Oh
You guys
yeah.
seen that going around?
Yeah, I posted that in Tiny's chat like a month ago, I think.
Okay. That would be curious as to see what age would Icy appear with that beard. Like, would it skyrocket in age, or would he be younger somehow? That would be.
Younger. This beard is fabulous.
It's like Gandalf the ginger.
Oh no, it's totally Gimli. I got the axe too.
Nice.
Tiny the ginge. Yeah,
Very
definitely.
nice. Very nice. So, yeah, I mean, I guess we covered all the topics. I guess we'll wrap it up. Thanks again for everybody coming on. Thanks, IcyRayne. Thanks, Ra.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks, Dorian. Thanks, Bill. As always, Craig, you're missed.
Oh yeah.
God, I love that John.
Greg's around
Oh.
here somewhere.
I found the link. Here, I'm gonna post it.
So,
Links and stuff.
yes. Bill, you want to do your shout-outs?
Well, guys, honestly, I want to thank everybody. Honestly, every single person that is here viewing. Guys, if it wasn't for you all, I mean, this wouldn't be happening. Thank you so much for really being here, and thank you so much. I mean, even when I asked to, send out those retweets, you guys did it. You guys rock. I mean, you really do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tiny and Ra, for being here as our special guest. Honestly, you guys made the show. You guys had some great stuff to talk about, and thank you so much. I want to have you back as soon as possible. And Dorian, gotta love that Dorian. I don't know how you can't love Dorian. So,
True story.
Yeah.
true story. Tell Reader's Digest because it is true.
Reader's
And-
Digest.
Yes, and Sulfus, the man with the plan. He honestly, guys, he has made this whole thing happen, guys. Make sure you show him some love. He really is. I mean, he's the production man. He makes sure everything runs the way it's supposed to run.
Yay.
All the music, overlays, graphics, everything.
The cool little
Sulfus
name thing.
is the man. And Craig, miss you, brah. You better bring the Elmer's glue when you come back so we can make sure that mustache is nice and glued up to where it needs to be.
So it can compete against mine.
Whoa.
I wish my beard could be as controlled as your mustache, by the way. But and everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much for being here. Love you guys. I really, really, truly mean it. If it wasn't for you all, we'd be bored as hell, pretty much. So you guys really do help us make it happen. So, but other than that, love you guys, mean it. Back to you, Sulfus.
Back to Dorian. Dorian.
Oh yeah, Dorian.
Well,
Or,
I
like-
just want to say, man, IcyRayne and Raw Gaming in one chat stream, dynamic duel. That's OP. So glad that you guys were able to make it onto the show because I know you guys have watched a few times already now.
Right. Hold on a
And
second.
thank you guys for
Yeah.
being here.
Did I forget?
Um,
By the way, I better not.
Huh?
also,
I did mention everybody, right?
Yes, you
you
did.
did. You
Damn
did.
it!
Yeah.
I was gonna say, holy I'll feel like a freaking.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
All right. Anyway,
Um,
keep going. Keep going.
And of course, you gotta love everyone here, everyone in the chat. Gotta love that Bill Buckner. Gotta love that Sulfus. Gotta love that Raw. Gotta love that Icy. You got to love that Craigatron. Let me
Yeah.
see my dude. Gotta love that Craigatron. Big thank you to Sulfus, the main man, the epicenter, the core, keeping us all tame, not allowing us to become loose cannons. Making sure the stream is all good with the production, the overlays, keeping us all in tune, format, all that stuff. So thank you, and everyone that's just here. It's just I am just fortunate to be upon such a great cast of the stream here. The viewers here, the cross viewership between all our streams, seeing all the familiar faces and the names. It's so cool. And I just really look forward to the next vodcast, the next stream, all that good stuff. And guys, if you have not followed this channel, definitely follow the After Hours podcast. Be sure to do that. Get notified when the channel goes live. We always post when we go live for the show here. So keep tuned. Follow the Twitters. Also, definitely follow that Sulfus, that Icy, that Bill, that Raw. Do that. Keep in tune with their streams. Their communities are awesome. So good. So good. And you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening or your Wednesday morning, wherever it might be in the world. So you guys are awesome. And we hopefully will see you again soon.
Oh, Dorian, I'm gonna cry.
Raj, Raj, shout outs.
Well, thank you guys for inviting me to the show. You guys are totally awesome. I've watched After Hours a couple of times now. Last time I couldn't watch it all the way through because I had to do my 24-hour stream.
That's right.
But yeah, you guys are awesome. Without Sulfus, this wouldn't be possible. He's the one that made the topics and everything. He made the overlays. He's the conductor.
You guys are too nice.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You guys are just... I was nervous coming here, actually. I didn't know if I actually wanted to do this because I've never done a vodcast before, but you guys made it all feel better.
Everybody's always nervous their first time.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. That's what he
That's
said.
what she said. That's what he said. Okay.
Where's my
But yeah, you guys made it better and it made me feel welcome and it feels I'm glad we have a nice community here. All of us. It's special. It's not you don't see the trolls or just annoying people. There's no one to time out. There's no
True to that.
brats. There's no brats, and it's nice being here. It's nice talking to friends. You guys
Real
are friends.
people, not
Yeah.
robots.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, the chat keeps reminding me. Mom, thank you so much for watching. I love you. I really do. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for squeezing my big ass head out of your body.
Wait,
All
what?
right.
Was it that
Love
size?
you so much. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bill-
Anyway, Love you, Mom. Thank you for stopping by. Back to you guys.
Icy shoutouts.
Oh, shoutouts. Well, I would say thank you for having me here and stuff, and having it on a different day, because Mondays obviously don't work for me, because I have to, like, work and stuff, and it's hard to talk in these guys. How do you do this? Anyway, and, yeah, and it's super awesome. Now you did the little thingamabobs, and then our little names are on it, and then, like, a little Twitter stuff. And so thank you, Dorian, and Sophus, and Bill, and yes, I wish Craig was here. We need our Craig, we need our stash, but we will get it some other time, you know, because reasons and stuff.
Yes.
And I don't know what else I'm supposed to say.
You can say whatever you want to.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys on my stream who showed up here and watched and stuff. And just so you know, I has the best beard. Thank you.
What? All right. Yep. Anyway.
Real quick, is anybody streaming afterwards?
Oh, I am.
I
I'm
am.
streaming GTA, and I'm doing shots because it's one of my mod's birthday.
Nice.
Probably
Which
evil
mod?
then.
Which mod? Who's the mod?
My chum. I don't think you know him.
Chum?
Oh, yes,
No,
no,
Chum's
Chum.
in the chat. Chum, where are you?
Rob.
Chum.
Oh, he was in here earlier. I don't know where he's at.
Yeah,
because
it's all
his
the
birthday
Chum.
is next-
If
So
you're
he-
here,
His one request was that I do shots because I never do shots because I hate shots.
Be careful.
hold on. That's
Be careful about what?
Chum964.
Yeah, it's his birthday.
Chum! Everybody wish Chum964 a happy birthday. Chum is here right now.
Be careful with the shots. Ask iGames what happens.
Oh yeah.
No,
I'm not like I
Oh my days.
All right.
Oh my days.
So we got Roz gonna be streaming. Icy's gonna be streaming. You guys in the chat should definitely check them two out. I would like to thank everybody for coming on the show. I would like to thank all the viewers. I would like to thank Leader Dog for allowing us to use their music again. The next show, as always, as soon as we nail down a date, we will let you know. It should be tentatively right now. The panel should be myself, Bill, Craig, Dorian, iGames, and JLess. That is a tentative panel for next show. That is the plan. It will probably follow on a Monday again, but we guys will definitely let you know. You can follow the Twitters, and we shall let you know. Also, coming in at the end of the show, I want to do a shout out to, let me see this name, it's small on my screen. Torn Wings came through with a $50 donation to the channel.
What?
Really?
Nice.
So,
Congrats.
Torn Wings,
Easy.
that Torn Wings, that really means a lot.
I'll take my share right after the show.
You didn't have to do that,
$10 each. $10 each.
but it's definitely appreciated.
It really is. Thank you so much.
And then,
That's
and then again,
All going towards improving
yes,
what we have going.
that panel on the profile there tells you everything that's going to. So that's definitely appreciated. Can we get some Torn Wings hype in the chat?
Hashtag Torn Wings.
Torn Wings, you are the man. Appreciate it.
Hey, still hype the right way, guys.
So again, as soon as we have a date for the next show, we will get that out there. Icy Raw, again, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, it was fun.
Always welcome to come back in future episodes if you would like. You can bring that icy beard back.
Maybe I'll get a stash next time.
IcyRayne, IcyRayne, the coldest of all the rains.
Gandalf the ginger. Yes.
But yeah, guys, if guys on the panel and gals, if you will hang out in the Skype call for a little bit, I'm gonna roll them credits, and everybody have a good night. I may or may
Love
not
you
stream.
guys.
I may or may not stream later. Check the Twitters. But thanks again for tuning in. Have a good night.
Bye.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Rock.
You guys are the
If I
best.
just put the beard on.
Mama.